Hello, everybody. It's been a while. John Henderson Pierre back again. Another beer ramble. And today we're looking at Old Chub Scotch Ale. 8% alcohol by volume. A Scotch Ale from our friends at Oskar Blues Brewery, based in Colorado as well as North Carolina. And two of their breweries are there. North Carolina and yeah. So it is a Scotch Ale wee heavy style beer. Um, Outstanding scores on Beer Advocate as well as the Alston Brothers or the Bros. Ray Beer also gives it a very good score. Last I had this beer was back in 2015, but I didn't do a review of it. When I started doing reviews, I started doing reviews around 2015, and late August 2015, I started doing some reviews, beer reviews, and kind of went on from there. And here I am. So my reviews have not been steady. I've been, folks, life happens, folks. See, things get in the way. Work, most importantly, your job, take care of the wife, attend to the kid, and everything else. And so things happen. Anyway, on to the ale. What the ale looks like. It looks like a stout, but it's not. Yeah, first time I had, I said, well, first time I had it was back in early 2015, going back maybe during the late winter, early spring, and I thought this was just a really good beer. I mean, very good, exceptional, and haven't had it since. So get to try it for you guys. Very dark, nice looking color. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, about the old place. Very little head, as you can see up top. You can see. Again, it's sent with some brown sugar, not burnt, but a little burnt brown sugar sent to this beer. It's almost like a stout in a lot of ways, the way it look, obviously the look of it, but the scent of it has that. Definitely has. Definitely has some of those barley malts in there. It's really, really quite, yeah, it's really quite good, guys. I mean, the scent of this is just not bad at all. Really good. So it's really good scent. So it's a really good, nice smelling beer. So on to the drink. Yeah, so I remember it. That is good. Oh man. Oh, it's just, it has little effects of some coffee in this thing. In this, I could taste that immediately. A burnt coffee sort of finish to it, but oh no, I mean this is really good as I remembered it. When I had this the first time. Um, as I mentioned, the brewery based in starting in Colorado. Also opened a brewery in North Carolina. Dale's Pale Ale, of course, is their signature beer. They have put out some other IPAs and other style, of course, this as well as the Scotch Ale. but I think their best by far is the 1050, and that's their Russian Imperial Stout, and then their the barrel aged 1050, which is even higher ABV. That the 1050 is about at 10% uh, percent ABV. The barrel age I think is close to 12, and those are probably without question, probably hands down one of the best imperial stouts you'll ever have. It's really that good. So if you ever get a chance and you're in anywhere and they do sell Oscar or Oscar Blues brand beers in your town, and you do see the 1050, I highly recommend you get that stout. Now, obviously, we're in the season now; it's getting a little warm, and maybe and even having this Scotch Ale probably be better for a cold day more than a summer spring like day as we're in right now. It's very warm. It's like 70 degrees here in Mobile, and maybe this wouldn't be the appropriate beer to have. But I saw this at where did I see this? Greer's Cash Saver on Cottage Hill Road in Mobile, and I paid up like $1.75 for this can. Yeah, I know it seems $1.75 for a can like this. That seems pretty high, but folks, this is a really good beer. They have a nice. Most all the Greers, since they took over some of these underperforming stores like the Food Worlds and the Brunos that were not doing well, Bella Foods and even Del Champs, whatever. They took over the stores. Greer's bought them out and said, "All right, we're going to change. We're going to do some things," and that happened. And then when Rouse's came into town, and they saw what Rouse's was doing, selling these singles, because at that time, Winn Dixie was doing singles as well. No, they didn't do singles. I mean, Winn Dixie was basically saying, create, create your own six pack, and Greer's Cache was doing the same thing. But when they heard what Rouse's was doing, where you could buy a single of a bottle or a can of a certain beer, Greer's and decided, we're going to do the same. And I think Winn Dixie, I believe they followed suit. I think one of their stores in Mobile has decided to do the same thing. You can buy a single of a certain beer. I think it's like what, a dollar, about the same price, $1.75. So if this was $1.75, I said, all right, I'll buy it. I've had it before, so what can I say, folks? This is a really outstanding, outstanding ale. I mean, I can't see nothing bad about this at all. Um, Good finish, maybe a little, like I said, a burnt coffee finish to it when you guzzle it down, but overall, it's good, and it's very boozy. And I've had this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and it was pretty chilled for a while. So this isn't bad, folks. This is not bad at all for a wee heavy Scotch ale beverage. I don't know what to serve this thing with. I didn't really look at it. I'm sure maybe some venison or something. Maybe a stew or something would be good with this. I would pair it with. So I don't know what you compare this, but I think that's kind of the first thing that comes to mind. Beef, type thing, stroganoff or whatever. A nice little chopped steak or chopped meat, whatever. I don't know, but something like this would go well. Potatoes and gravy and some steamed vegetables would go well with this beverage. But yeah, this is an outstanding standard. I'm going to sip a little more of this while I cut this camera off, so I won't go on. Old Chub Scotch Ale by Oskar is a very, very good beer. So I'm going to give this thing a straight up 10 on this one. It is really good, folks. Really. please try this. This is excellent. If you believe it deserves a 10, or maybe, I don't know, lower score, like say 9, leave your thoughts and comments on the bottom. John Anderson Pierre, the Beer Ramilton. Keep on watching. As always, cheers. Beam me up, Scotty!